One of the things I'm trying to do, when I started this, I thought we were creating a network where business and philanthropists and government could work with non-governmental organizations all over the world, and that we were creating a network that would be creative. Because of the political divisions we see in our country today, I also think it is a counter model for how people ought to make all kinds of decisions. I mean, if you look at the challenges we're facing today, look at this Supreme Court decision yesterday, which I thought was terrific. I like bragging on this Supreme Court. I don't get many chances. But, you know, saying you can't patent a gene or a genomic sequence, and we've got to open it, that's a huge deal. America led the world in sequencing the human genome. There are now 700 computer companies in San Diego alone because it's the center of genomic research. The economic and quality of life opportunities there are staggering, but there are a lot of moving parts. As far as I can tell, there is no ideological answer to what is the best genomic development policy. I mean, you know, Angelina Jolie got a lot of, I thought, very well-deserved publicity for what I think was a reasonable and brave decision she made based on what she knew about the genomic profile of her family. And she got all those little kids, and she wants to live to raise them, and God bless her. I think it's great. But the point is, there are 100 things like that that Americans who aren't as well off as she is should be able to access. And this decision gives us the chance to go get that done in a way that will generate untold thousands of jobs in this country. So we need, solving those kinds of challenges don't fall very well within this kind of harsh rhetoric we keep being fed from the national capital. This, you know, I grew up in the 60s, so this, I don't really think we were having too much trouble here compared to then. We haven't, I mean, really, I just celebrated the 50th anniversary. Celebrate's the wrong word. We observed the 50th anniversary of Medgar Evers' murder, and soon it'll be the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's speech, and soon it'll be the 50th anniversary of John Kennedy's assassination, then followed by 5 years of total chaos in the streets, capped off by the assassinations of Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy. That makes all this look pretty tame. The difference is today, from then, while all that was going on, we passed the Civil Rights Act, a Voting Rights Act, an Open Housing Act, anti-poverty legislation, and even though I disagreed with it, we had bipartisan support for 5 long years for America's involvement in Vietnam. In other words, the political system and the leaders were far less divided then than the people were. Today, I am convinced that the people are as divided as they are because political interests feed them things designed to maintain that division, and that, in fact, the people with the money and the power and the influence and the political positions in the country are more divided than the public is. So what I try with these CGI meetings to give people a chance to be free of all that and just focus on what might work.